Stanley! Oh. What? You gotta be kidding me!
Have you ever been guilty of making assumptions about someone based on their appearance? I know we're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but that's something a lot of us are guilty of over time. Sometimes we'll look at someone and make assumptions about them. We'll just look at their physique and decide if they're a good athlete or not. You know, if they're tall or if they're heavy, we might assume certain things. People make assumptions on race, gender, age, all sorts of things. So that's something obviously we shouldn't be doing because it can backfire on you big time. Quick story about that. When I was playing city ball on a team about 25 years ago, I remember there was this one team we played against, and there was a guy who was maybe 5'10", kind of overweight, didn't look very athletic at all. And everyone on my team's like, oh, I got to guard this guy kind of thing. And he would go off 25, 30 points all season. I'd watch every team he played against. He would just light it up. And he didn't look the part, but he knew how to play basketball. And so that was one of those times where I learned the lesson. You don't judge someone just by looking at them. These days, especially with social media, there's so much emphasis on what a person looks like, you know, their physique or their appearance. And when it comes to the world of sports, that's something you don't want to underestimate someone according to their looks. There's lots of examples. I'm going to share some with you where that doesn't go well. Some people look really good. They look the part until it's time to perform, and then you see that they're not up to the task. Robert Kiyosaki, in his financial books, he called this big hat, no cattle. That's basically being a poser. So you got the guys out on the basketball court, they got the nice shooting sleeve, the newest, most expensive shoes, all the gear, but they don't play as well as the other guys. Usually, however, it's not an issue of overestimating someone, how good they're going to be, but it's underestimating. So I want to talk a little bit about that. I've had many races of sorts over the years where I'm lining up at the start line and I'm looking around for people that are in like my age bracket to see who I'm going to be competing against. And a lot of times I make some bad assumptions and learn a rough lesson that way. I've had many times also when like little kids, older women and stuff are passing me by the time I get to the finish line. So it's really easy to just to look at someone and size them up and say, I got them. There's a lot you don't know about it. Okay, one place where there's lots of great examples of this is in mixed martial arts. A lot of times you'll see these fighters getting ready before the fight at weigh-in, they're staring each other down. Here's a picture of Alistair Overeem at weigh-in, just monstrous, very intimidating physique. So as intimidating as someone like this might look, there's guys out there who are dominant in the sport. In boxing, there's Tyson Fury. In MMA, you've got Fedor Emelianenko, Daniel Cormier, Butterbean, Roy Nelson. These guys at best, I mean, dad bods. They're not, you don't look at them and say, man, what a specimen, but they've got the skill to back it up. And here's some footage of Roy Nelson. You see, he's never worried about showing up with a six-pack to a fight, but again, you just stay away from that right roundhouse, so you're going to be in trouble. It's common for people to put so much emphasis on someone's appearance, but there's so many things that you can't really see when you do that. You can't tell someone's experience level, you know, a veteran versus a rookie, their skill level, and how skilled and of a technician they are at whatever they do, their motivation level. There's lots of reasons why you don't want to just look at someone and make it a judgment call according to their appearance. In the world of professional arm wrestling, there's this guy named Alexander Bezyazenkov. Sorry for butchering his name in Russian, man. But his nickname is Schoolboy. And they call him Schoolboy because he's just so unassuming. He doesn't look that big, but the dude is strong. I just want you to see a little bit of footage here of him taking on some bigger guys, a lot bigger arms. You would assume they would be stronger, but this dude is just amazingly strong for his appearance. So to sum things up, I would say never underestimate an opponent. That can get you into big trouble. It's a wise idea not to make hasty judgments about other people or to refer to, you know, generalizations and stereotypes. There is one exception to this, though, that I will continue to go with a stereotype. If someone ever wants to mix it up with me and they've got cauliflower ear like this, I'm backing down. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to watch some others on my channel and subscribe. I've got a lot of fun stuff I'll be putting out here in the next couple weeks.